Hi there, and welcome to another one of our online help videos. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to do stock takes. I'm also going to be telling you what are stock takes and why do you do stock takes. So what are stock takes? Why do you do stock takes? And how do you do stock takes? What is a stock take? Stock taking or stock counting is when you manually check and record all the inventory that your business currently has on hand. It's a vital part of your inventory control but also affects your purchasing, production and sales. Why do you have to do stock takes? Stock taking allows you to keep an accurate track of the physical stock you have, what's been sold and what hasn't. It's all about comparing the physical stock, what the report says, and finding the discrepancies. Stock taking allows you to see if there's a significant discrepancy between what you think you should have and what you actually have. Your stock take can highlight a number of problems including theft, recipe issues, and wastage not being accounted for. The key points is obviously product performance, effective ordering, cost management, uncovering theft, your profit margins, and stock knowledge. That's to show or to know what you have in stock. Well, how do you do stock takes? We'll get to that in a second. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the different methods of doing a stock take. And the stock take basically consists of partial stock takes, which is your spot checks. If your bar has busy evenings, you can use a partial stock take to keep checks on the bar. Basically what that means is you can do bar stock counts, so only the stuff that's sold in the bar you can count the next morning, and then you can compare your counts with your sales and then see if the bar was honest with what they sold. Your end of period is closing off a month. That close off basically inputs into the system what you counted, and that is what you're going to be opening with. Then you have the ability to count by department or cost center. So you don't have to count the whole business. You can count specific departments, like I mentioned, the bar, if you were to, in your spot checks. And then you can also check your variances before finalizing. So let's get into it. So first thing you're going to need to do is log into Procare. Obviously make sure that you have your user selected and you log in. Right. Now you're going to want to stand on the cost center that you want to be counting for. So this one I'm going to be using my training main store. You're going to go to inventory. You're going to go to count stock. And then you'll see here it says stock take 4 training main store. So that was the cost center that I stood on just before I initialized the stock take. I'm going to put in your mark. You're going to select whether it's a partial or end of period. I'm going to select a partial for now. You're going to make sure that your due date is set correct and your time is set to the correct time. You're going to click on add account sheet. You can select the system user, so the users that you have, or what I like to do is I select other user, and then you can put in your specific users that you want to do counts for. So let's say for example I only want to do beverages. I can say add. Now I have a beverage sheet and I can say load by department, and I can select beverage. Say okay. Include 0 stock on hand items, yes, because you want to count everything. So now I'm going to add account sheet, and I'm going to add fresh food. I say add. Now I've got a fresh food sheet. I'm going to say load by department, and I'm going to select fresh food. Say okay. Include 0, yes. And there's all my fresh food. Now I'm going to add another one, and I'm going to select hospitality and gifting. Say load by department. Okay, now that I have those 3 sheets loaded up, I'm going to click save, and I'm going to say anchor data, and say OK. The reason why I save is because we do get a lot of clients that call and say that their whole stock sheet has disappeared after maybe it lost connectivity to the server or internet break or something like that. So once I've loaded all my account sheets, I like to click save. So now what I can do is I can just go to open, and I can reopen that, say yes. So there's my stock take. Now I know it's saved and there's going to be no issues with this. So beverage, I'm going to do my counts. So I'm not going to, actually it's not that many. I'm just going to count 12 for everything. Sorry, my keyboard is a bit loud. Do apologize for the feedback. Alright. So obviously before the counting part, you're going to print your count sheets. The reason for that is you're obviously going to be handing out these count sheets to your counting people, or if you count it yourself, but you want the count sheet so that you can go to your relevant department and fill in your counts on that sheet and then come and input it into the system. So to do that, I'm just going to skip over to the fresh food one, which hasn't been counted, and I'm going to say print, and this is basically what your count sheet will look like. Okay, so when you go to this department, which is your fresh food, you will see your Oma's apple tart, and you're going to put in with pencil or pen your counts, and you're going to bring the sheet back and come and input your counts on the sheet over here. It's the same with any other count sheet that you've loaded up. You can just go print, bring up the count sheet, and then just print it using your printer. Okay, so fresh food, and do the same thing. I want to make sure that there's counts in every count sheet. Alright, now that I have counts in every count sheet, how do I know that I have counts in every count sheet? If you quickly scroll through it, you'll see that there's a little black bar. The black bar means that it's counted. So you can quickly, just by scrolling through, glance through. If there's one that's white, that means that there is no count currently. Alright, all black bars. Okay, so the red, what does the red mean? That means that currently in the system, there's a negative stock on hand of the red ones. So all of these red guys here, there's currently a negative stock on hand. Do I believe the system? Well, let's go check. Click on the product, click on stock inquiry, and true as Bob, minus 71. So how would you have minus 71? Well, basically, if you have a look, okay, well, this database is quite old, so it's not going to show you, but basically what has happened is they haven't been ordering or putting into the cost center that these items, where these items are being sold, and they've just been ringing it up in the point of sale, and it just keeps deducting. So if this had a recipe set up, basically what would happen is the stock item would now be sitting in positive 71 in most cases, and the sales item would be sitting in negative 71 because it hasn't been deducting correctly. Alright, so once you've filled in all of your counts on all of your count sheets, so your beverage, fresh food, hospitality, and gifting, you can now click on submit. Are you sure you want to submit? A submitted count sheet won't be editable. Say yes. Go to the next count sheet. Count sheet hasn't been saved. It's saved now. Yes. Do the same thing. Submit. Are you sure? Yes. See that it turned to yellow. so it means sheet has been submitted. Go to the next one, say yes, you want to save, and submit. Sure, yes. Okay, so once all of your sheets that you've added on the left hand side here has been submitted, you'll see that it changes to merge. We're going to click on merge. So that basically now puts all of your accounts, all of your sheets into one big sheet. Okay, so now you can quickly see what your on hand total was, what you counted. So this is monetary value, and then the variance. So the variance is obviously what you counted minus what the system says what you have on hand. You can quickly see here as well that all the red ones show here as negatives. Alright, so your count compared to that, and the variance will be 83. So you can quickly check your variances here. If you are happy with that, I am, because I know this database is for training purposes. I'm going to say finalize. I'm going to say OK. So now you have the ability to print a pre-finalized variance report. I'm going to say, let's say yes. And I want to show all, and I want to show all departments. Okay, my printer isn't set up correctly, so it's going to be cutting off on the left hand side here. So I do apologize for that. My margins aren't set up for my printers. But basically, everything that you counted will now be displayed on this variance report. Alright, so you can check counted, you can check what you counted as spoiled, what you had on hand, what the variances is, and your your totals. And then at the bottom, it will show you the department total. So everything that you counted for that whole department will be at the bottom in the gray. Alright, then if you scroll right to the bottom, it will give you a complete total. Right, so click on close, and that is a partial stock take. So now, if I go to one of those products that I counted, let's just quickly go to inventory, we go to stock take journal, we go to training main store, because that's what I just counted. My date is today. Branch cost center is training, say load. So I just want to check on any one of these products quickly. So just to basically show you what I did there. So the stock take journal is just to pull up your stock takes that you've counted. So just a journal of all the stock takes that you've counted. So basically the selection criteria is your date from, date to, your branch, your department, and the products. So I did a stock take now today, which is the 15th. So I'm going to select my date is today, 15th, and I counted for training main store, and I'm not going to worry about the department or the products. But you have the ability to load up by department or product. And I'm going to say load.
Mic off. Mic on.
And just to expand the count sheet, I'm going to click on the plus sign, so that opens up the whole count sheet. So basically that PDF that I showed you with the margins cut off on the left hand side, this is what it looks like in Procure before you print it out. So if I want to open up the stock take, I can just click on any one of these small items under the minus, which then pops up a little block with the 3 dots in it. So as long as that little block pops up, I can click on that little block, I can say view, and I can say OK, and that will bring up the stock sheet. Alright, so beer castle free 340ml. So let's just quickly go and check. I want to see if my stock take reflects that. So I'm just doing a stock inquiry now. I'm going to show you this in another video. So there it says 12, and my count was 12. So let's just quickly make sure. So there you go. So on the 15th, anchor data did a count of 12, and that 12 is now reflecting in the trading main store. Okay, so the stock take did come through. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the end of period stock take. So again, after logging into Broker, you'll be on your landing page. Select your count sheet, your cost center, excuse me. You're going to go to inventory. You're going to go to count stock. You'll see that the stock take is for the trading main store, which is the cost center that I stood on before I initialized the stock take. And now basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the date to end of the month. And I'm going to change that to end of period. I'm going to add a count sheet. So your count sheet, basically, your end of period basically is your whole business. So I'm not going to worry about adding different count sheets in this one. You can if you want to, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select by cost center. Include zero on hand, say yes. So basically now what happened is load by cost center. I've loaded up every single product which is linked to this trading main store. Okay, and if you look, there's a total of 2,521 products. Now you're gonna be like, but printing this out, it's gonna be a whole bunch of pages. Nope, it doesn't have to be. I'm just gonna quickly save. Select my name, say okay, and go open. Say yes. That notification is just to tell me that there is previous stock takes which are pending. I'm not gonna worry about those now. Now you say print. Did I click on print? Yes. Okay, so if you click on print, you'll see that your stock sheets are still divided up into its different departments. So you can still hand these out to different users. Okay? So you don't have to print out every single one of these pages. You can print out the relevant departments and hand it out to the people which are in charge of those departments. Okay, so same thing here. Once you have your sheets printed out and everybody's filled in the accounts, you're going to come back here and you're going to put in all your accounts. There's going to be a lot of accounts to fill in, so I'm just going to press enter. This is going to take a while. Okay, I'm not going to count every single one of them. Basically, what you can do then is, like I explained in the partial stock take, to check whether you've counted all of them, is this little black indicator on the left hand side here, this black block, which on the legend at the bottom shows that you've counted that sheet, or that product, sorry. So you can scroll down, do a quick glimpse, and there we go. These are all grey, so they haven't been counted. Okay, so I'm gonna say submit. Okay, the due date is set for the future. Bugger. Okay, well, I'm gonna set it for yesterday. I'm gonna say submit. Are you sure you want to submit? Say yes. Count sheet contains lines that have not been counted. These lines will be removed if you continue to submit. Would you like to submit? Say yes. If you say no, basically it will just return you back to the count sheet, the count screen. Okay, so you can go and fill in all those counts. I'm not going to count all 2,500 items for the sake of this video, so I'm just going to say yes. So basically what happened now is it removed all those uncounted items. Okay, so I counted 217. So now I'm going to say merge, even though there isn't multiple count sheets. I'm going to say merge. Some items in this cost center have not been counted. Would you like to abort this merge and add a new count sheet containing those items? Let's say yes, because I want to show you what happens then. You want to save? Yes. So any uncounted items, Procare has the ability to add into a new count sheet. Okay? So all those items which are skipped, which I didn't want to count, that's now in a separate sheet. So now you can go and you can count all of that. I'm not going to worry about that, so I'm going to say clear sheet. I'm just going to remove it. Okay, I'm going to submit. So yes. Okay, it's not wanting to submit. Okay, so another good thing. If this happens, your manager who has rights to unlock count sheets can log into his profile. So I'm just want to show you what you can do to fix this. So basically what happened now is it's in a submit bug. So are you sure you want to submit? You say yes, and basically what happens is it's just in this loop. Okay, so I'm gonna close this count sheet, get one of your managers that has rights to sign in. They're gonna go to count stock, make sure that they are able to see that count sheet. Say yes. Alright. Let's just see if this works now, just by opening and closing and reopening it again. Say submit. Yes. Okay, so it doesn't work. So close this count sheet, then go unlock count sheet, training main store, training video 2, unlock, unsubmit. Say okay. Alright, so anybody with rights is able to do that for you. So now what you can do is you can sign that user out if they signed in, or just if it was you, you can just go count stock, go open, training video 2, yes, make sure that your due date is set to the right time, say submit, say yes. Now you see the merge pops up. I don't want to load that separate sheet now. And here you can see all your variances. So total and the value that I counted and the variance. It's going to be a big variance. Say finalize, which just tells me that there's other stock tests detected. So this is other tests that I did. Say okay. Would you like to print a pre-finalized variance report? Yes. Say view. Okay. And there you go. There's your variance report. So this you can print out and give to your manager. Again, at the bottom, gives you the totals. Do you want to do a system roll now? System roll basically means that's it. This period is now closed. You cannot do any transfers or GRVs or anything into this month anymore. You're closing it off. Say yes. Remark end of month roll April 2020. Make sure that my date is right. 23 55 training main store. Okay. Roll completed. Would you like to print? No, I already saw that. And there you go. And that is the two different stock takes that you get. So now if I want to go and check up on these stock takes, let's say for example I am the GM or the boss or the big guy that sits on his chair, watches YouTube all day. I'm just kidding. Go to stock take journal. Go to your date and report options. So date from the first of the month, date to till the end of the month. April, end of April. Okay, stock take behavior. I want to see all stock takes. Branch, I want to see training. Departments and products I'm not going to worry about. So load. So I'm going to click on the 2 because I know that there is 2 stock decks now. So the 3 will then show you the document numbers and the departments. 4 will show you the sub-departments, and 5 will show you the minor departments, and then the star will show you all the products. Okay, so again, as I previously stated, if you want to open up the count sheets, click on the little block, say view, just click OK. You don't have to select anything specific, and it opens up the stock deck. Alright, so you can reprint your count sheets again, and that's basically stock decks. In some companies, there are cost centers that people don't count. They just basically make it a 0 for the starting of the month. That's normally damages, leftovers, breakages, anything like that. So in that case, what you're going to do is you're going to click on Roll Default. Put in a remark. Select the cost center. Say OK. Roll completed. So basically what I did now is not having to count these because they always need to start on 0 in the new month. I just go on the cost center, go to Roll Default, and I basically just force a 0 starting the new month. Okay, and that is stock decks. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, follow up on the YouTube channel, and yeah, there will be more videos coming shortly.